So David Shaw talked about reducing the possession count in this game, the style that Stanford likes to play versus you guys who tend to get about 13 to 14 possessions a game. How big a deal is the possession count being in your favor going into Saturday?
We don't really think about it, I think we got to make the most of the possession that we get, and if the game gets to an up-tempo pace, obviously we're going to get more possessions, and if they're able to go on long drives, you cut your possessions down. But I think the most important thing is just to make the most of our opportunities, no matter how we can get. You know what I mean? And that's going to be big for us, and that's always the game.
What would getting Gary back do for you guys?
It was nice having him back out here. It just adds another weapon to the unit, and anytime you can add a player of his caliber, I think it makes you better, and so we're excited about the progress, having him back out here today, and hopefully him continuing to feel well.
The last Stanford game was Keaton's breakout. Have you all reminisced about that at all?
What's that?
The last USC Stanford game was Keaton's breakout. Have you all reminisced about that?
Yeah, well, I remember that was his first start. He had a heck of a performance. Hopefully he has good memories and does it again. But I think that he's got to continue to improve just like the rest of the unit. But it's a team he has played before. He's had success against, and sometimes you just need that good voodoo and you just believe it. You know what I mean? It's kind of like a golf course. When you play a golf course really well, for whatever reason, every time you go, you play well again. So hopefully that's the case with him this week.
It's been a while since you guys have played them. Are they doing much different defensively now as opposed to 2 years ago?
It doesn't seem that way, but that's and I think it's really probably for anyone. But it seems like for us, a lot of times you'll get different stuff than you see on tape, and so obviously we prepare for what we see on tape, and got to be ready to adjust if something else comes out, And so, but the tape looks similar to what they've always been. I think the coaching staff's probably been together for a while, I would assume, and they, that system's been in place, and so they look pretty similar. Obviously, like I said, we'll prepare for that and adjust anything we see.
You talked about Keaton playing a little slow during the middle stretch.
From the Ted Lasso standpoint, but
it's a guy who coached in the U.S. and gets a coaching job in the Premier League, knows nothing about soccer, so he has to use psychology and playing more of that aspect rather than discipline or X's and O's. What's your approach to coaching?
I think it's important to build a relationship with your guys, and I think that most importantly, if the guys know that you care about them as more than just players off the field and stuff like that, then you can coach them hard, and you can have that discipline. I think discipline is extremely important. I think it's one of our core values, and so I think that's important. But the first thing that has to be built is a real relationship, and those dudes got to know you love them. They got to know that. I think that they have to trust you on a level that, like I said, that anything you do to them is really, whether it be discipline or celebrating with it, whatever, it all comes from love, and there's nothing personal about it, And so I do think it's extremely important to build a relationship with guys and get to know them as people. And with our quarterbacks, we like to go play, I've played pickleball with most of them. I play spike ball with them. We'll go to the beach sometimes, do things like that. Let them see us around our families, just so that they know us as much more as people than just as coaches, And when you have that kind of relationship, like I said, then I think that you can be tough with them. You can coach them really hard. You can apply the discipline to them, and they know it's coming from a place of care. And when that's the case, that's when I think that you get the most out of them. And so I think that I guess that would kind of be my philosophy to that.
Appreciate your take. Thank you.
Yeah.